Hey, it's Jay Frank again with this week's Talk with the GM, and I'm here today with Director of Golf Steve Talentino. And Steve, we're going to talk a little bit about some things going on in golf, and I'm happy to have you on today's video. I know a few weeks ago we had John out on the golf course. We're going to do a little bit more featuring some of our team members and eventually some of our members in the videos as well. But I want to spend a little bit of time talking about the member guests, which are a pretty hot topic right now as we've sent out some surveys. Actually, members have seen our men's member guest applications out. Talk about the process, the timelines that we have, and kind of what we're thinking. But we'll start first with the men's member guest, because everyone's seen that application out. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about what the deadlines are and what we're trying to do and what our hope is here.
Okay, our process for the Big Talk this year was to poll all the members that have played in it for the last 3 years, just to see what kind of interest that we had going into 2020. After we did that, about 53 people, we had about less than 20 that said they were willing to play this year, and a lot of it was because they weren't comfortable inviting a guest or having a house guest. So we tried to come up with a couple things that might make it more attractive, not only to those that usually play, but to all our members, and this is what we've done. We've lowered the price of the member guest significantly from $1,500 to $900, and we did that by making some adjustments to the food and beverage portion of the event. Another thing that we've done is we've added member teams, so hopefully if members aren't comfortable inviting a guest this year, that they would be happy to play with another member, and that would be for this year only. So our goal is to get to 36 teams as a minimum to have the event, and our entry deadline is June the 15th. And currently, as of this morning, we have got 18 teams, so we're about halfway there. So hopefully, if you want to play and you haven't signed up yet, that you'll do so as soon as possible.
Yeah, so it's important that we set a threshold of 36 teams. If we don't have the member guest, if for some reason we don't get there, our plan is to do the fall member guest, which we call the Outlaw.
The Outlaw, correct? Yes.
So we'll still have that, and that's scheduled in,
I think it's
October?
Yeah, it's the second week of October. I believe it's the 12th.
So we'll still have a plan for that, and we would just pause the member guest. Our assumption would be, obviously, next year we'd return to our normal format, members and guests. And I've encouraged, and I'll encourage all the members, in order to really conduct a true member guest, we need to fill it. So we want to find out what it will take to get 60 members and 60 guests in the event as we move forward. We have not filled it, to my knowledge, ever. If it has, it's been a while ago. So
I think the maximum has been like around 45 teams or so. Mm-hmm.
Now, as we move into the ladies member guest, we did another poll. And we found out some interesting information. So why don't you tell everybody what we found out?
Yeah, we polled the entire the index of lady golfers at the club to see if we were able to have the member guest on the normal date, which is the third week of August, if they would be willing to play. And then we had another question in the survey saying that if we didn't have it in August and if we moved it into October, and we had more time for the virus situation to mellow out a little bit, if they would play then. And then we also asked them if they would support member teams as well, so that we can have a large field, so that we can have a lot of fun, more the merrier. And this is what we found out is, of all the ladies that said that they would play in a member guest this year, 81% of those said they prefer October. So Jay and I made the decision that we would move the Spirit Cup to October. We're going to actually flip dates with the Cactus Bloom, and I believe that's going to be about the third week of October. And hopefully, the ladies that responded to the survey will play, and by then things will have calmed down with the virus, and we'll have plenty of activity. We're not going to really make the decision on member at this point, because if we go into phase 3 of the reopening, maybe everyone will be comfortable inviting guests, and we'll have enough teams that way. So we'll make that decision when we put the invitations out for the Spirit Cup, and we plan on doing that end of August. So we still have some time to see what happens.
Okay. So we're always in a fluid state out here. We don't know what's going to happen with some of our events. We do know we have applications out for the men's member guest because the timing is coming near. It's in July. So we want to make sure we either have enough teams or don't. And again, if something were to happen in our country that would not allow us to have that event or really have it severely modified, we may choose to pause it as well. So we'll always take the well-being and health and safety of our members over everything. It's what I've been doing since day one, and we're going to continue that, and we'll monitor and adjust as we go. But right now, those are our plans to do the fall member guest for the ladies, and the summer member guest is planned for the men if we have 36 teams. If you haven't signed up, do so real quickly if you really want to play in that. We want Steve to know exactly what the field is going to be and that we can have the event. And outside of that, we are still in phase 1 golf conditions with a little bit of modification. We're doing a little bit more, providing towels and such, and you can bring a guest or two out, with again Steve's okay and authorization. We're not allowing outside groups to come in from Troon Privé clubs or no host guests, correct, Steve? We're still on that?
Correct.
So we're still trying to keep the guest and the guest interaction down, but we do know a number of you have family and family friends in town. As long as we have those verified and safe to come in, we'll definitely allow that. But outside of that, Steve, thanks for everything you guys are doing. You guys are doing a great job, and
You're welcome.
The staff's doing wonderful. And I know golf's one of the few things that just didn't really pause. We paused a day. I think we had one day, and now we've
That's
been
about
back
it.
fully at it. So good luck with the member guest sign up, and thanks for being here. And we'll see you out on the course. We'll do some stuff out there too.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Jay.
All right, thank you.